Hi Sagittarius, welcome to your reading for March 17th through 23rd, the whole week, but whenever you're here, there are certainly messages in here for someone. So I hope these are helpful. If you want to enter to win a free reading, put free reading in the comments. I'll announce the winner on 3/23/24. And then if you want to book a personal with me or donate or support the channel in any way, all that information is in the description box below. Otherwise, just like, comment, share, subscribe, any of those good things. Thank you for being here. I love reading for you all. Let's go. All right, Sagittarius, I want to ask you what's going on. No, that's going on. All right. So when I read for like a collective, right, there are definitely feelings and downloads and stuff that come through. I'm moving you around a little bit, and I've never had a opening that chaotic for a reading before. So my sister's a Sagittarius. She's like my favorite person ever, and maybe I'm just channeling some of that, but I'm feeling a little bit of chaos for your reading here, Sagittarius. All right, Spirit, please protect these messages. Send any negative energy back to sender, transmuted tenfold for the greatest good of all and harm to none. Amen, amen. Somewhere to be. Archangel Michael, Archangel Raphael, yeah, please bring healing, clear messages through to my Sagittarius collective and protect me as I read these messages for them today. Amen, somewhere to be. The world reversed. So you're trying to close out some kind of cycle here, Sagittarius. What is it that you're trying to close out? The Queen of Swords. Oh, you might be going through a divorce or separation from somebody. You might be trying to close out a cycle of like saying untoward things like without thinking about it, like opening your mouth before you think. The Queen of Swords is wonderful for that because she is charisma. Like she is able to say something scathing in the most polite way. She is like, I call her like English court humor, like English court like gossip, you know, like in Bridgerton or any of those shows. These ladies are being nice to each other, but they're actually like undercutting each other. Like this is the Queen of Swords. She also has her crown chakra open with these yellow butterflies here. So she has a connection with the divine that allows her to speak, communicate, see things clearly. So there is something here that you are wishing to see clearly, and to speak clearly and to be heard. In your past, you have the Page of Swords reversed. There was something you felt like you didn't know, so you didn't feel like you could say what needed to be said. Yeah, I'm just getting the sense of silence, like you were silenced or you've been silent because you felt like you didn't know something, didn't have something. Okay, so the moon can mean that there is some sort of subconscious emotional piece coming up from the depths to inform the conversation between your wild and rational self. Yeah, there's something about overcoming dualism or duality here. And it has to do with your self-worth, I think. I don't think that this Knight of Pentacles, Page of Swords reversed is really... It could be an imposed situation from something or some other source, but it is very likely also something internalized from like an old wound, like an old trauma. 9 of Wands coming out as I said that. Yeah, confirmation. A trauma. You've had your guard up, even against, like, bits of your inner self that were rejected in the past. Things you thought were wrong or bad about you. You're learning to see these quite differently. Okay, what is crowning your situation here? The Ten of Swords. Wow, yeah, this reading is... you fire signs, I'm doing the fire sign readings today, and all the fire signs are like... it's interesting because the readings so far have been like, it seemed like it's not a good situation, but there's something about you being a fire sign that, like, burns away all the unnecessary, right? And then what is left are, like, the ashes that feed the most beautiful, fertile, rich soil. So this could very well be, like, one of those processes. The Ten of Swords is a good card, though, because it does indicate that if you have undergone a betrayal or some sort of stabbing in the back, right, or backstabbing, that is over. That cycle is ending, and your need to think about it is also over, ending. The Page of Swords is what follows the Ten of Swords, and so you might be struggling a little bit with not thinking about this situation, or you have been. But the Ten of Swords is indicating that you are able to do that. It could have been a situation regarding your finances, somebody who stole from you, an offer that was supposed to come to you that didn't, like a promotion or something. In the future, you have the Five of Swords. Okay, so yeah, you're totally able to say what needs to be said. And you're able to win whatever the heck it is that you need to be winning here. The Five of Swords is the master of his arena. He has more swords than he can even hold. And then there's two people back there, like, walking away. The thing about him having more swords than he can hold is this could be, like, the state of your mind right now as well. Like, your mind might have more going on in it than you can, like, than you feel you can express, right? But the Five of Swords, again, he has mastered his reality. The risk here with you trying to say what needs to be said is that there are things that may feel unsaid with these two swords laying on the ground behind him by these other people. There are things unsaid by the other people in this situation. Do you want to hear it? The Magician. Okay. No. You don't. You kind of do, but rationally, you're like, that's not going to change my mind or my perspective about their betrayals or about me needing to... I've already said what I needed to say. Like, what is them telling me what they're thinking gonna do? Other than confuse your magician, your ability to manifest, which it looks like you're doing with precision. There are a lot of swords in this reading. You might be dealing with an air sign, and then air and fire together are quite volatile, correct? At the heart, oh, other people see you as the Nine of Pentacles. So other people see you, like, good on your own, solid, in conversation with the divine, your birds. Maybe you have birds. This is a hawk, though. You might have, like, a hawk as a spirit animal. It's got this, like, I always thought it was like a tomato, but I think it's a hood, like a hawk's hood, because she's got this yellow glove. So the hawk is really cool in this card because it indicates her having tamed this. I wouldn't say tamed. I would say she has this beautiful, powerful creature who has autonomy and is willing to partner with her in creating her reality. So when she takes this hawk's hood off, She knows exactly where to send it, exactly what to do, exactly how to treat it. She cares for it. This is you caring for your ability to manifest, for your ability to retrieve things for yourself, for your ability to care for yourself and to be cared for by the divine, by the partnerships you create, a sense of equal give and take in these partnerships, and also like a spiritual, the number 9 is like aiming towards completions, right? Almost done. You have 2 9s here. You might be seeing 9 as confirmation of this message. So you're ending out cycles of letting your energy be drained through betrayals, through thinking about betrayals. And this energy is being reflected in your material reality. You're finding that you're able to manifest more materially as you protect your energy, especially your mental energy. Your mental energy drains your vital energy, and your vital energy is reflected in the 3D as your material resources. So you're finding discipline. It's almost like you could take all these 10 swords that are here from this betrayal and double down your efforts to like take these people down, right? But you're like, yeah, that it doesn't require that much energy. Like, here's 5 swords instead. The King of Swords reverse is telling me that you may feel in some way that you have been a bit irrational in a situation, and this could be, again, an internalized judgment of yourself from some part of you that was rejected either as a child or I'm definitely hearing as a child for some reason. There are no children here on this board, but I'm hearing very clearly like it is some childhood thing. Because I think the wild thing that came out, like there's the wild coyote and the domesticated dog, and then there's like this hawk. It's not quite wild, it's not quite domesticated. It is like in an agreement. It's in agreement to work with this woman, but it has needs as a wild animal. This is you sort of working with the wild animal in you. Learning how to work with it, learning how all the parts come together, how they're all connected, and making your way towards closing out this cycle. You may want to be like this Queen of Swords, and you may realize you're never going to be like that Queen of Swords. You may just have to give this 5 of Swords delivery so you don't waste your energy. And you may eventually get to this Queen of Swords where it no longer requires energy for you to speak your piece, but and I'm hearing that once you are like, as you work on this or as you're getting there, like people might not even realize what like hit them as you say what needs to be said. They just walk away like without their sword, like what happened? You're like, I took your swords. You messed with the wrong person or whatever. I don't know. How are other people seeing you in this situation? Ace of Pentacles. Other people are seeing you as like together, as having a new beginning, as moving forward with this like highly favored, like divinely favored luck or enterprise. Maybe somebody gifts you something. Maybe you have like good luck, good fortune. Maybe good things keep happening to you because you're focusing on yourself. You've come to find this conversation with the wild thing in you, and you've figured out how to like love it and nurture it and give it what it needs so that it's not just ripping people to shreds. What is your hope and fear for this situation? You want to move to calmer waters with the 6 of Swords here, but you are worried about leaving somebody behind. The 5 of Pentacles. There is somebody who is not growing with you, and maybe somebody who has even betrayed you. And you may find some security in your interaction with this person somehow. Like you're just used to that, and so you're secure with your interactions with this person because that's what you're used to, and not because it's actually secure. You have a 5 and a 6 here. Your thoughts very clearly lead your vital energy, which very clearly is reflected in your physical reality. So your step towards changing this 5 of Pentacles, like if somebody left you out in the cold and you're just like getting over it because it's a major betrayal for you as well, your first step here is to move your thoughts to calmer places. So work on meditation, being in the present moment awareness is really lovely to cultivate by just focusing on our sensory inputs. Like when you drink water, ask yourself about the taste. I mean, all water tastes different, you know, we don't always notice it. Ask yourself about the smell. Is it cold? Is it lukewarm? How do you like it? How do you prefer it? Breakups can also sort of, if this is a breakup, like mess with our identities, right? Because like a good portion of our identity has formulated in congruence or even in codependency around or with another person. And so taking the time as you move to calmer waters to get to know these tiny details and aspects about yourself that keep you in the present moment. Not only do they do that, right, keep you in the present moment so you can more easily manifest, but they also allow you to really embrace this 9 of Pentacles. I don't feel like you're really having a hard time doing this. I feel like this is something that feels like this big gift for you. And I feel like sometimes I feel like the first reading is probably more true for most of you than the second reading of this. Like, I don't think it's you being left in the cold. I think that it's likely somebody betrayed you and you tell them to leave. Like, you have the King and Queen of Swords here, which are the divorcees of the tarot. They get married because it makes sense, because it's practical. They run the kingdom. Business is first. And I always equate them sort of with King Arthur and Guinevere, because Guinevere is like in love with Lancelot, but she's married to King Arthur through an arranged marriage. And King Arthur is in love with his country, and he's in love with Guinevere, but his country comes first. So I always associate these two with that sort of divine pair, that trope. Okay, what's the outcome of this situation for Sagittarius? The Wheel of Fortune. Whoa. Not what I expected. All right. Probably not what you expected either. Sorry, I'm just looking for a card to close this one, and I kind of want to see what it is. Oh, no shit. Sagittarius. I was drawn to pull a card from another deck to cover up the lady's boobies on the star card, and it's the World. That's awesome. So we start with the World, we end with the World. You are closing this cycle out. Wow, and she even looks like a bride, doesn't she? Yeah, this very well could be like a marriage that went south. Incredible. And it may be bringing you financial security, this separation. You have the 9 of Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles, and the Wheel of Fortune to end that out, preceded by the Magician. But you do have the Star reversed. Of course you didn't want this to happen. Nobody who gets married, most people, I don't know a lot of married people, but like, people don't get married with the expectation that things are going to end or fall apart, right? And yet they do. So this could be a destined situation with the Wheel of Fortune. It could be that you were closing out some karma, either from this time or the last, if that's something you ascribe to or believe in. And it could very well be that you needed to face these internalized, like, projections from whoever put them there. I'm getting, again, youthful. I think it's the Page of, I think it's the Page here. Like something that happened when you were sort of a kid, and then something happened when you were like a teenager. And it was like the thought first about your self-worth or what was right for you and how that wasn't okay. It was like planted in your head. And then as you became a teenager, it like started to manifest in your reality. And then the cycle sped up as you grew older. And now you're seeing that sort of cycle for what it is, and it's closing out. So this karmic cycle you're closing out is one specifically of understanding, like, my thoughts create my energetic frequency, and my energetic frequency vibrates my reality. It creates my reality. Which is, it sounds really straightforward, right? But in practice, it's far more complex, especially when your mind looks like the 5 or the 10 of swords. You're trying to get to this Queen of Swords, and potentially, again, going through some major separation, and losing something that was maybe looked like wish fulfillment, but like didn't wind up being that. So you're ending this cycle out by learning to move your mind to calmer waters through very choppy waters. Like, it might feel a little bit like you're deluding yourself because you're, say, like on the North Sea and there's some 40-foot wave, and you're just like, okay, let's think about what we can do to get the ship prepared to move out of the way of this 40-foot wave, when also in reality it's quite possible there's no getting away from that 40-foot wave. Like, it's not, I don't think it's as dire as that by any means, but it's like there's a part of your mind rooted in this karmic stuff that makes you think that what you're looking at is like that 40-foot or 200-foot wave that you can't escape, when in reality it's already escaped. You're already gone. And what's more, the further you pull away to, again, tame this, like, not tame, but be in connection with this, like, wild part of yourself that needs to fly free. Whatever you were in, if it was a marriage, you just did not feel free. You did not feel like you could be yourself. Could be a job, could be a legal situation. Take it as it resonates. But you find this freedom, and it's like it brings this whole new beginning. Anything else for the outcome for Sagittarius for this reading? Oh, you showing up in your power, Sagittarius. Temperance. You're the Temperance angel. Ta-da! That's awesome. So it doesn't look like your wish fulfillment, but it is you. I've been getting that, like, Frozen 2 song in my head. She hears her ancestors calling out to her, and then if you haven't seen the movie, I don't want to totally ruin it for you if you plan on seeing it, but she essentially finds that what she's been looking for the whole time is, like, her. Like, within her, it's the power within her. It's her ability to be in the world and to, like, unleash her wild self that, like, doesn't feel like it has a place among regular people because they don't have this, like, elemental frost power thing, you know? You might be like the elemental fire power, you know? And now I'm getting some Power Rangers reference. Maybe you like Power Rangers or did when you were younger, but there's something here where your fire is coming through in a way that you are unapologetic about, especially as you learn to wield your swords. You go from the 5 to the 6 of swords here. So you are getting to that point with this Queen of Swords where it will not require effort for you to say what needs to be said, and it will not require as much fire. It won't be like throwing gasoline onto an open flame. It'll be like lighting a lighter, and then setting that to the tinder of the other person's, like, situation. You know what I mean? Yeah, I like that. Okay. Let's see if you have any. We'll pull an oracle card for you to end this reading out. Spirit, please bring me an oracle card for my Sagittarius collective. That was quick. Ooh, The High Priestess. That's sweet. You have 2 Pisces cards here. Maybe you're dealing with Pisces, or something happened with this Pisces new moon where you closed out a cycle. I don't know. Maybe you want to... I feel like somebody in your family might be a Pisces. The High Priestess is awesome, though. I love this card. Can you imagine being a bat, hanging there in the night air, taking it all in without feeling a need to impulsively act on every breeze that brushes by your head? Using all your senses to their fullest. That is the second time that's come up in your reading, Sagittarius. 25 on the timer. Use all your senses to the fullest. Your long, slick wings wrapping around your body as if to make a peaceful cocoon that camouflages you in the trees. There was no other creature I could think of that represents the energy of the High Priestess more than the bat, as it is. After all, considered the guardian of the night. The High Priestess travels through the darkness across the veil in silence as she uses her intuition to hone in on the information that will best support you at this time. In return, you must meet her energy using the same frequency for there to be a connection and for her wisdom to be received. This is not a time for impulsive action or telling the world your plans. You will benefit at this time by staying quiet, tuning into your surroundings, and connecting with your intuition. Although it is our isolation, in that space where we find quiet, the answers we seek become known. The bat energy is also one of community and serves as a reminder that although there may be times that require solitude or secrecy, we all benefit from being part of something greater than ourselves. The bat is magical, intuitive, quiet, esoteric, success and prosperity. So yeah, Sagittarius, you have success and prosperity coming your way for sure, especially as you tune in with your senses, as you get grounded, as you focus on those minute details. And what's coming to mind specifically is, again, thoughts become your feelings, right? The swords become the wands. Your feelings become your vibration, the matter. The wands become the pentacles. But also the bat sounds out like little sounds, right? And what comes back is a picture in the bat's like mind's eye, basically, of what is in the air. It uses echolocation to find what it needs to find. But the source of that reflection is from the bat. It's from the bat's voice. So you are also using your words here, especially in community with others, to see what outlets you are available to you to reach the most abundance, is what I'm hearing. It's like you might speak to somebody with this 5 of Swords and realize like they're not on your wavelength, or they're not receptive, you know, and you might speak to somebody else who's like very receptive, but they give you a weird vibe. And so you can adjust your frequency using your intentional thoughts and your awareness of your sensory environment. You're fine-tuning your ability to manifest here in a way that's highly intuitive, but also highly practical. It's like it's becoming this tangible, practical application in your life. And I'm super curious to know if this is resonating with you, because whoever I'm channeling here, this is just a fascinating energy, because it's like you realize just the multiple aspects of this manifesting in your life in a way that it's not just like you're following signs and synchronicities. You are, but you are also just very, it's so grounded. It's so grounded. There's so many like pentacles here, and it's well thought out. It's well considered. All right. Well, Sagittarius, that's your reading for this week. I hope it helped somebody. And if it did, please remember to like or comment or share or subscribe or all of the above. Thank you for being here. I love reading for you, and I'll see you next week. Bye.